Okay, sorry ladies, I'm back. So, I lined them up. I'm going to redo this. If you hear a motor or anything in the background, I apologize. That's my fan. It's hot in here. I'm not turning on the air because I'm not going to be home very long. So, no point in wasting all the energy to cool down the whole house and then leave. So, I lined them all up. And I'm just going to take this paper piercer. I don't really know what it is. That's what I use it for. And stab through the center. And then you're going to need a brad. So, just stab through the center. Make the hole kind of big. Be careful because the paper is already a little wet. You can rip it like I just did. So, don't worry too much, but be careful because the paper is fragile. So I'm just going to take a big brad, and of course I'm going to use the coordinating color, but it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter if you plan on opening up your flower all the way to see the brad. I did a few of the first ones I made like that, but after I made a few, I liked them a lot better not being able to see it. So you won't see this brad if I do it the way I planned, but I'm coordinating it anyway just in case. So just put the brad on. And then we're almost done. We're just going to shape it now. And I'm going to use a spray bottle of water, the same water I use for painting. Just put my top back on it. Sorry. And we're going to wet up each layer and then ball it up on itself. So, and not too much water. You want it wet, but your paper will fall apart if you overdo it. So, enough, but not too much. Don't completely saturate it and make it into paper mud. So, just a spray or two, and then what I'm doing is, hope you can see, I'm folding up the 4 petals from this one flower piece, and then balling it up. Just ball it up on itself. You see? So it completely hit the brad. Then a couple more sprays. Ball it up. Ball up the next layer. And you're going to do this for each layer. Just ball it up on itself. Smush it. The smushing actually distributes more of the color. It gets, you see the back of the flowers we didn't color, so they're white, but pressing them into each other kind of gets the color on the back of those petals as well. So, just keep going. And the more folds and wrinkles and creases you get in it, the better. Going. And the last one. That's too much. So that was too much. Let's ball it up. Ball it. Ball it. Maybe it wasn't. And if you can see the color that we put on the edge with the Studio G ink pad, the water is making it run. So it's running down into the petals. So that's what it should look like at this point. And we're almost done. We're just going to open it up, get the shape we want, and then you can glimmer mist it from there if you want to. So, paper piercer again. It's a lot easier to use something like this with a tip or point to help you go in and unfold these petals because they are fragile. Using your finger and going up in there and moving things around might break stuff up, or open it up too wide. So I just gently go around with my paper piercer and I open up the petals, leaving some of the folds in, of course, some of the creases. and then, you know, add in more when I don't think there's enough. And then open it up. Open this one. And you're just going to go in and do this on all the layers, leaving the smallest. Hi again. So I threw this pink flower together really quickly because my camera cut off as I was unfolding this one, the one I made just a second ago, showing you guys the purple and yellow one. So I threw this pink one together really quickly, really in less than 3 minutes, because I'm trying to get out the house. So I was about at this point when this one cut off. So again, using my paper piercer, and I'm just going around and delicately opening up all the petals, and I'm leaving as many creases in there as I can while I'm opening them up, the creases that we made when we bunched it all together. And then I'm also adding more if I need to, like if the petal just falls flat because it's wet. So this one isn't as wet as that one, but it's still good. And if you can tell, the colors aren't as saturated either because I did it so quickly. But just gently, see, I ripped that one, but it's okay. Just gently open up the petal with your paper piercer all the way around, and you can open up as many or as few as you want to. You can stop whenever you think it looks pretty, or you can open it completely up until you see the brad. Like I said before, I like them better when the brad isn't showing. So I just open up a few more, both of the medium-sized ones, and I kind of leave the small one closed. So if you remember, I used 2 large petals back in the beginning, 2 medium-sized petals, and then 1 of the small ones. So just keep going around. The more you use your paper piercer and the less your fingers, the less chance you have of ripping them. But I'm not sending this to anybody. I'll probably use it on one of my own projects. So I'm being a little more rough. Open them up, and see my brad's about right there, so I'm going to just shape this a little bit and not open up anymore. So it looks like that when you're done, or something similar to that. And at this point you can glimmer mist it, put some pearlax, some shimmer powder, whatever you want to do to give it that finishing touch. I sprayed all mine with shimmer stuff. Shimmer spray. I don't even know what it's called. I don't like it too much, but so they do have that sparkle effect. And then at this point, because it's wet or damp, depending on how much water you use, I just go, after I spray it, sit it in front of a fan or hit it with my heat gun or just let it dry naturally. But that's the end of my tutorial. Just wanted to come back and finish up so that you guys can see the whole process. Hope you liked it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. And, of course, I love comments. So I will see you guys later. Bye.